Good evening, friends. Today we are going to discuss those two bills who were brought in by Union Home Minister in Lok Sabha and how they are going to change the face of Jammu and Kashmir in coming days. As far as democracy is concerned, as far as assembly is concerned, two bills were brought today by Union Home Minister Mr. Amit Shah. One was JNK Reorganization Bill 2023, and the second one was Jammu Kashmir Reservation Amendment Bill 2023. As per the Union Home Minister, these two bills are going to give rights to the displaced people who were forced to live as migrants in their own country. As many as 46,631 families were displaced. This will this These bills will give them rights. As per these bills, two members would be nominated by the governor of JNK, Mr. Manoj Sinha. One of them would be a woman, and one of the nominations would be from POJK, that is Pakistan occupied Jammu and Kashmir. As far as Jammu and Kashmir Assembly is concerned, earlier, there were only 83 seats, but now after delimitation commission submitted their report, the seats have been enhanced to increase to 90. Earlier in Jammu there were 37 seats, but now there are 43 seats. In Kashmir earlier there were 46 seats, now there are 47 seats. Reservations have also been done as per new recommendations. 7 seats have been reserved for scheduled caste, and 9 of them have been reserved for scheduled tribes. So this bill will be a game changer as far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned. But what was most interesting was that when this bill was being discussed, the name which figured again and again in the debate was that of the former Prime Minister, Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru. His name, the Union Home Minister kept targeting him. He said that it was because of Nehru's blunders the country has been paying for his own issues, his own problems that he created. Two problems he mainly highlighted. One was that when they decided to call a ceasefire without winning the entire Kashmir, that was the first blunder conducted by Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru as per the Union Home Minister. And the second one was that when India approached United Nations relating Kashmir. So these two issues were discussed again and again. His name came up again and again. However, the former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Mr. Farooq Abdullah, defended Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. He said that the decision of ceasefire was taken because conditions and the situation was such, and if that decision would not have been taken, then Pakistan army would have captured Rajouri and Punch also. Army was diverted to Rajouri and Punch, and that is why ceasefire was declared. This is what Mr. Farooq Abdullah said. And secondly, he said the decision to approach UN was also seconded by Lord Mountbatten and also Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So it would be incorrect to suggest that they were decisions made by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru alone. So he defended him outside the parliament. However, this debate went on and on about 2 hours. Mr. Amit Shah replied for almost about 2 hours. He gave examples. About how Kashmir has changed after Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi Sarkar took over in 2014. He also said things have changed in last couple of years also, even after Article 370 was revoked. He in fact gave some statistics also. He suggested that due to the policies of Mr. Narendra Modi, situation in Jammu and Kashmir Valley has changed. It has become better. It is Naya Kashmir. As far as figures are concerned, terror-related activities, he said that from 1994 to 2004, as many as 40,164 terror-related cases were reported. From 2004 to 2014, 7,217 cases were reported. So we have to also remember that there was a ceasefire agreement between India and Pakistan in 2004, and that is why this number came down significantly. However, from 2014 to 2023, 2,197 cases were reported, terror-related cases were reported. According to Mr. Shah, 70% decline has been reported reported since that time, and mostly in 2023, terror-related cases have been reported, but these are mostly police-initiated activities or police-initiated cases. Whenever they come in contact with terrorists, they initiate action or they initiate activity after that only. That's what Mr. Amit Shah said. He also said, as far as citizens' violence is concerned, as far as citizens' killings is concerned, a decline of 72% has also been noticed. As far as security forces are concerned, a decline of 69% has been noticed. He also said that separatism has gone down, because when people asked that how you had always said that once 370 was revoked, terrorism will get over, separatism will get over. To that, Mr. Shah said, he always said that when separatism would die, terrorism would die in Jammu and Kashmir. In fact, he said, as far he gave two examples. He compared 2010 to 2023. 2010 was the time when stone pelting cases were at its peak. I was also there covering them. In 2010, as many as 2,654 cases were reported, but he said in 2023, not even one case was reported. Organized hartals. Each time there was an organized hartal, the entire Jammu and Kashmir Valley used to shut down. These hartal calendars were released from Pakistan, and everyone used to obey. That's what Mr. Shah claimed. In 2010, he said there were 132 hartal calls made by Pakistan, to which everyone agreed, and they shut the entire valley once the call was made. But in 2023, not even one hartal call was made. As far as deaths relating to stone pelting cases were concerned, in 2010, 112 citizens died due to stone pelting, because there was so much of stone pelting in those areas. But in 2023, as there no cases of stone pelting were reported, so no deaths were also reported. So he gave significant numbers. He also spoke about how ceasefire violations have also come down. In 2010, 70 cases of ceasefires were reported, and in 2023, only 2 were reported. Infiltration attempts, he said, in 2010, 489 cases were reported, but in 2023, only 48 cases were reported. So he gave a lot of examples. He also gave examples as to how things have changed, how things have normalized, how Naya Kashmir looks like. He gave examples that how degree colleges have opened, more degree colleges have come, AIMS have opened, even cinema halls have opened. In last 30 years, he said there was no cinema hall in Jammu and Kashmir, but in 2021, a multiplex was opened. Now, cinema halls are also operating from Pulwama, Shopian, Baramulla, and Handwara. Not only that, 100 proposals for 100 more cinema halls are still lying with banks for loan approvals. More than 100 movies have been picturized there. We have seen so many movies which have been filmed in Jammu and Kashmir. He also said that these are the indicators that normalcy is now coming back as far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned. He again went back to Article 370. He said when people speak about Article 370, they forget to tell people that this was a temporary provision. So when this was revoked, because none of the governments had the courage to revoke it, but Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi government had the courage, and that is why they revoked it in 2019. And since then, situation has changed a lot in Jammu and Kashmir, and Naya Kashmir is something where people aspire, people are indulging in sports activities. That's what he claimed. But to that, many people also asked that when are the elections going to take place in Jammu and Kashmir? Now that these two new bills have been introduced, now the second step should be that elections should be announced, assembly elections should be announced. To that, the former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Mr. Omar Abdullah, said that there was a fixed match between center and election commission. Each keeps tossing the ball from one end to another, saying the other would take a decision. But people of Jammu and Kashmir now want to know that when democracy would be established in their region, when the assembly would be voted, when state elections or the elections would be held in Jammu and Kashmir, so that normalcy, which the center claims has returned back, can be taken a step further. So that's it from me today. As of now, I'll be catching you up next week with some other information. Thank you for watching this.